Well, let's go ahead and keep going with the chapter 3, lesson 4, and looking at some of these questions right here. So, suppose we have 5 groups of 4 trumpet players. In front of the trumpet players are 18 saxophone players. How many students play the trumpet or the saxophone? So, I know we did this on a previous example, but we're going to go ahead and get this cleaned up just a little bit. First of all, we will go ahead and use the model here. So we have 5 groups of 4 trumpet players. We don't want that to move, but you know what? We can bring it down a little bit. That would be very helpful. So we'll get this one locked into place. There we go. And here we are. So we have 5 groups of 4 trumpet players. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what we have right here is a total of 20 trumpet players. And in front of them, so in front of these trumpet players, what we had was a group of 18 saxophone players. So right here is 18. Saxophone players. And we need to figure out the total number there. So let's do some color changing here so that we can better understand this here. We'll keep all the trumpet players red. There we go. And we'll get all of the, let's see, blue and blue. We'll get all the saxophone players blue. And we need to know the total. So what we're going to do is get the total trumpet and add that to the total saxophone to get the grand total. Okay, so what did we have for the trumpets? Well, right there we had 5 groups of 4. And then we add 18, because we had 18, they said we had 18 saxophone players, and that is going to give us a grand total of 38? I believe so. So right here, this right here was our trumpet player. This right here was the saxophone. And so now that would be the equation that goes with it. Just like that. So we would have the red right up here and the blue for the saxophone players right there. Let's go on to number 4. In a garden, there are 3 rows of plants. There are 5 plants in each row. 6 of the plants are pumpkin plants and the rest are corn. How many corn plants are in the garden? Well, let's see here. We've got 3 rows of plants. So let's go ahead and get 1, 2. Oh, don't want to move that. And 3. And in each of these 3 rows, we have 5 plants. So there's 1, 5, 10, and 15. So we have a grand total of 15 plants. Just like that. But we need to figure out, we have some problems right here. Let's go ahead and make, nope, we don't want anything. We don't want any fill color there. We'll go red and red. Okay, so right here, 3 rows of plants, 5 plants in each row. That's what we have right here in the red. So we have a total of 15 plants. However, 6 of the plants are pumpkin plants, and then the rest are corn. All right, so the rest is corn. How many corn plants are in the garden? So we're going to take these 15 plants, so the 15 plants, and we're going to subtract the pumpkin plants, which is 6, and that is going to give us 9 plants left. Now, let's take a look and do this with a mathematical equation. What we're going to do right here is get the total number of plants. We're going to subtract it from the pumpkin plants, and that's going to equal the number of corn plants. So let's even get our colors where they need to be. So our total number of plants is red. The pumpkin plants are blue. And that leaves then the number of corn plants is going to be green. So what will that look like? Well, the total number of plants, we had 5 groups of 3. Okay, so 5 times 3. And we were going to subtract that from the number of pumpkin plants, which we know to be 6, which is going to give us 9. So this right here, 5 times 3, that was our total. Okay? And we subtracted it from the number of pumpkin plants. And we ended up with the corn plants right there. So that would be the equation that goes with all of that up there.